Hello and welcome to another episode of Hong Kong is House of Cups edition. Both Hessian and Changelings going on. Dream Pursuer has called a meeting of the House to discuss a recent assassination attempt on the part of Beverages. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jason intro the area and everything.
For the purpose of this interview, Dream Pursuer requested that the Western Dreams representative or executive, or whomever it may have been, it might actually be the same person that she met with the whole Gravedigger fiasco a couple of months back, but either way. She basically just kind of requested, well, she wanted a place that was fun. And there's not much fun to be found in Hong Kong, except everywhere and anywhere that's just generally, just kind of a place that you could like just hang out and just be cool and groovy and everything like that. Probably maybe back down by the pier, just by one of the fun fairs. I can't remember exactly which one, what the name is, but let's just say that they've gone down to the fair type thing, and there's like the carousels and the merry-go-rounds and everything, and Dream Pursuer is just like looking at the whole thing and just smiling because it's just so awesome. And there's probably a few kids there that are with their families, having fun on the merry-go-round and such. So yeah.
Jamie will be hanging out with Dream Pursuer, just letting her go crazy, sort of, and keeping her distance to make sure she doesn't get plowed over. On the other hand, the Count is kind of sort of hanging out with Nathan.
He's been in the wheelchair now?
Yes.
Okay. So Nathan's just kind of rolling the Count around in his wheelchair. So, alright.
The Count will lean his head back and look at Nathan in the dreaming. He can see the dreaming, but he can't see.
Yeah.
Girl. Yes, Nathan?
Slightly confused.
Oh, you thought Arth was going to come?
A little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I think that's them over there. Let's start rolling the count to Ying and Dream Pursuit.
And I'll say at this time, Dream Pursuer's probably just gotten off the spinning teacups ride, which she thoroughly enjoyed because it probably reminded her of Beauty and the Beast. Not that there actually were any spinning teacups. Well, actually, there might have been. Actually, I can't even remember. But let's just assume that I'm right and that there was, and yeah. She comes off that, and she just goes up to Jing, raises up both hands in the air. That was fun. So they're here yet?
Well, there's two people walking towards us that seem to know us.
Oh, that. Well, remember what happened last time. Can't be too careful.
You go talk to them.
Okay, I will. Dream Pursuer turns to face them and trots over. Hi, person. And she waves to, presume it's Nathan in the wheelchair.
Nathan is pushing around a wheelchair with a
person in it.
Yeah.
Oh, the person in it. Sorry.
He'll. Well, he's okay. His hand is weird. Do they have a dreaming?
Nope, they don't.
So the guy in the wheelchair doesn't respond to your wave.
And then hello person. And then she waves to the person pushing the wheelchair.
Nathan will wave back. Hello.
I got my friend over there that's kind of asking, were you trying to come over to us? Because, if you were, then you could probably tell us, and I can probably, bring you over to them. We can always, come and meet each other and say hello and everything like that.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. I heard there was a meeting.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Nathan.
Nice to meet you, Nathan. I'm Jeeves here. And he's the person. Other person. And she waves again to the other person. Checking to make sure that they're not blind, because they didn't respond the first time.
They are blind, in fact. He'll respond with Count Rainer Watts.
Hello, Mr. Count. Mr. Count. And she's still waving, getting a little bit confused, but then she eventually twigs on. Ooh. Sorry. Nice to meet you, Mr. Count. My name's Jeepers here.
Arthur's informed me of you.
Yeah, there's more of us. There's just person over there. Well, I mean, just kind of behind me, but they're a little bit away behind because I kind of went over here just to check because last person that came over to them and they didn't know they kind of tried to do some they tried to stab them and it was lucky that I was there and I went to kick their ass because otherwise they might have gotten hurt, really hurt. I mean.
Just as hyper as he described.
Let me take you over and introduce you to them all.
Sounds good.
Dream Pursuer hurries back over to Jing with Nathan and the Count. Hey, Jing. This person over here is Nathan, and the person in the wheelchair is the Count. So, Mr. Count, this is Jing. Jing, this is Count. Nathan, this is Jing. Jing, this is Nathan, and etc.
Jing will offer her hand to Nathan.
Nathan will shake her hand. I think we've met.
In passing.
Yeah.
And she'll introduce herself and whatnot. I don't want to talk to myself, so.
I wouldn't want to talk to myself neither. I hate myself. He's a jerk. Though he does sometimes come up with some good ideas. There are quite a lot of bad ideas. But anyway, enough of this crazy schizophrenic nonsense. Yeah, as soon as all introductions are done, Dream Pursuer just kind of claps their hands together. So, who wants to talk first?
Well, how about the person that called the meeting?
Yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, that was me. Okay. To put a long story short, there was kind of a bit, basically there's this company called Thought Beverages that has this kind of really horrible drink that's out there. I mean, it's all horrible and purple, and you shouldn't drink. I think it might also be green as well. Not so a lot of other things. They also had really horrible names and everything, and you shouldn't drink it because it's poison. And I mean, poison isn't real poison. Poison it and you die. Yeah. But yeah, long story short, basically this style of beverages, they've been doing all kinds of horrible kind of stuff, and they think there might be kind of some sort of badger or something like that that's trying to help them, to try and make them just be lots of jerks and everything. And long story short, Jing here was trying to do some stuff with them. Well, she wasn't trying to do some stuff, she was trying to influence them, try to kick them out of Hong Kong because they're jerks and everything. And there was also this factory. But anyway, they basically they sent someone to try and assassinate Jing, and I kind of saw that, and so I said no, and I intervened there like a superhero and blasted them into ashes. And basically, they've attacked someone from House to Cup. So I was just kind of asking you for Western Dreams if you wanted to try to help out, so we can actually find out where Thought Beverages is in Hong Kong, so we can kick their ass and kick them out of Hong Kong because they're jerks.
I mean, it makes sense. I can't speak for the rest of my house, but I'll certainly try to help with this whole investigation / kicking them out of Hong Kong situation.
Yeah, but we can unanimously agree they're jerks, right?
Yeah, totally. They sound
It
like
is
jerks.
unanimous.
And she raises her hand up, you know, signifying it's a unifying gesture between the Hessian and the changelings.
You know, Nathan, this might be befitting of one of your challenges.
Probably.
Okay, so what are we gonna do? I mean, what should we do? I mean, besides kicking their ass, I mean.
Well, what do we know so far about them?
It's like the stuff to which, you know, the Mandarin, you know, kind of like my boss, like called, told me about. I can't remember too much, but I do remember that they had like this warehouse, and you know, there was a lot of, you know, there's some things that were kind of broken, and there was also this kind of really angry earth spirit that, you know, we just kind of had to like kind of like calm down. But there's also kind of like some. I think there was also kind of like a mass grave and everything like that, but I can't remember because I wasn't there. But there's also like a lot of other things as well. Like I know that they have a lot of they have some places in Hong Kong, but I can't remember. But I don't know how many there are, and I don't think the Mandarin knows either. So we need to try and like track down stuff about Thaw Beverages. You know, kind of like where they're selling, and go back to like maybe I don't know, maybe we could go like to the distributors or something like that, and then maybe we could like track it back from there. So we by destroying the distributors, we can attack them, you know, like financially. And when you know when they don't have any money, then they're going to be like, and they won't be able to come into Hong Kong, and they won't be able to like you know sell anything, and you know they won't be able to be jerks to everyone. And you know once we do that, we can probably like start tracking down like the people who are actually in charge of the place, and maybe we can like find the people who are actually doing all the bad things, and so we can like say no, you can't do that, and then we can like go kick their ass when they say no, we shall continue doing this, and start sweating their beard because you know they're jerks and they're evil.
Seems fair.
Yes, I think so. Anyway,
Don't you have some abilities that might help with finding these factories?
Possibly. I usually just try to see the condition of the city with the current going on.
That's fair.
it's great.
Certainly attempt.
So if you do that, then what am I gonna do? Or should I just like go back to Mandarin and tell them that you know everything's all groovy and that we're gonna go kick their ass?
I mean, if he can find it, then yeah, we can arrange for a siege on them or whatever.
Sweet. I can be like the bard because you know I'm like really good with the guitar and I'm kind of like the bard. And also I could probably use like some sort of you know I've got a little bit of magic you know from Wu-Tang and everything, and you know it can also like boost everyone's like morale and everything. So if, you know if they try and be like all scary things and everything, like I was kind of like told from the you know the whole thing of Gravedigger, then I'll make everyone like brave and everything. They were like no, we're not afraid, and we go charging and we go destroy everything. Everything that's a jerk, I mean.
Makes sense.
And if needed, I'll just like blow them into smithereens as well.
Yeah. I mean, I can shoot lightning. That's what
Sweet.
I do.
I can shoot lightning too, and fire.
Nice.
Well, I can shoot water.
Ooh,
It doesn't sound as impressive.
sweet.
I'm sure there's things you can do with that.
Yeah, that might be an idea to use it after, but I think maybe after, everything gets like, all violent and everything like that, there's going to be a lot of, like horrible stuff around, it might be an idea to like clean it up afterwards. Because, you don't want to make a very big job for the janitors, because otherwise they get angry and everything, because they have to work overtime.
Cleaning up after fires is going to not make them angry.
Mhm. Yeah, and maybe after that shot, maybe this is all finished. Maybe when that's all finished, maybe we can probably like try to do something to like try and help the, take down the wall that's around Hong Kong, so that, everyone can like go home and everything, and then we can like get to working, making China awesome again.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm sure a lot of people would like to go home.
The first things first, we need to kick Thaw Beverages' ass.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
I will get with my people and discuss this whole thing with them. See what we can do.
Sweet. So what's it?
Jinx had Dream Pusher and nausea pills.
Mhm. Mhm.
They won't make you they'll make you less sick when you go on all these spinny rods.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Jing gives Dream Pusher some anti-nausea pills.
What's these for?
So you don't get sick on the rods.
I'm not gonna get sick in the rides.
She just stares at you.
I'm not though.
It's
I'm not.
just a level stare.
I'm not.
You want to go ahead and introduce?
I'm
Dream Pursuer she doesn't look offended, but she does look she looks like a child that's like trying to put on a brave face.
Anyway, thanks a lot for coming out, and hopefully everything will be like awesome and all groovy and everything, and
Hopefully things will be. Kiam, you there?
Yes, I am.
You want to go ahead and intro?
I don't know where we are, so Alice
we're-
just kind of walks.
Yeah, we're by the pier, next to the spinning teacups.
Basically at a pier fair.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey.
Alice.
Nathan's pushing around someone in a wheelchair.
Yes, and you see Dream Pursuer stood next to another person of East Asian descent, speaking to Nathan and the person in the wheelchair.
Alice will just walk up to Nathan, kind of look him up and down, and then look at the other two people and say, "Wow, Nathan, I didn't know you had friends."
hi person. Hey, wait a minute, I remember you. You're Alistair, right?
She waves.
The count that Nathan's pushing around is just gonna say burn.
Alistair will give Nathan a big toothy grin, and then just kind of nod to Dream Pursuer.
Wow, Alistair. I didn't know you could go someplace without trying to blow it up.
I mean, I go to your shop all the time. Then again, it probably wouldn't be hard to blow up that place.
I got like 20 goblins trying to blow up the place on a daily basis. Bitch, try.
Is
Yeah.
is that a challenge?
That sounds like fun, blowing things up.
Because if that is a challenge, Sir Adams, then I will gladly accept.
For every clock of mine that you blow up, I will destroy at least 20 of your violins.
Ooh. Oh well, I can make more.
You don't need to destroy any violins or clocks or anything like that. You can kind of come to blow up Thought Beverages with us because they're being jerks.
You have my interest.
Yes. Basically, we've kind of agreed to kind of like help each other out because we're all part of the House of Cups and everything, and also because that there's Thought Beverages like tried to do kind of they've been jerks for like a very long time. Trying to poison people with their horrible drinks and everything. One of them's like purple and green and everything. It's horrible. It's poison. Don't drink it. Especially don't put it in the water because it'll poison the fish as well. But basically, what they've been doing is they tried to assassinate, Jing here. This is Jing here, and she gestures to Jing right next to her. And yeah, basically, they tried to assassinate her. So I kicked for the assassin as he came in with like his leather trench coat and his like fedora hat and his dagger and things. And he was like, "Yes, he's a salad." And then I said, "No, blast!" And boom, he went into ashes. But kind of got a good hit on Jing. But she's okay now. But basically, because of this and because they're being jerks, we're gonna go, track them down and kick their asses.
Jane's gonna say it was a machete.
Yeah, I may have understated it a little bit. It was a big knife, but everything's big for me.
Alistair's just gonna look over to Nathan and kind of blink and say, "Did you catch any of that?"
There's an assassination attempt on this one mill planet, Jing, with a machete from someone at Thaw Beverages, which is a really shitty place, and they are apparently composed entirely of jerks.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're jerks.
Thank you.
Current plan is to blow their shit up as soon as we find out where it is.
And I'm gonna help as well.
Alistair will
Okay.
kind of rub his hands together. My bad, Kim.
The Count will speak up and say, I'm going to try and scribe the location that we need to take down. I don't know if you guys heard me or not.
Yeah, I did.
Alistair
Yeah.
will nod and then just kind of rub his hands together. My bad.
You're okay, that's all he was going to say.
So yeah, is that cool for you? Are you gonna help?
You will say I'll try my best.
Are you gonna help as well, Mr. Alistair?
I mean, yeah, I was planning on it.
Sweet. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, I should probably introduce you, Alistair. This is Count Rainer Waltz at Bowman. I'll gesture to the man in the wheelchair.
Alistair will give him a thumbs up.
Very awkward knocker. You're a knocker.
He's learning.
I feel insulted now, really? Wow. My poor little heart. Awkward. Wow.
Okay, we can replace that.
I mean, like, yeah, I know, but okay. You don't understand. I work with iron, though. If we replace my heart and I ever work with it, I'm gonna die.
So don't work with iron.
Why does she work with iron? Or why does he work with iron?
Say,
Does he make
somewhere
steel?
amongst our people, we have the ability to work with iron.
Impressive.
Makes our stuff iron resistant as well.
Ooh.
Alice,
Exactly.
focusing on instead of damaging bombs, I was making a very focused explosion in order to damage a structure.
Yeah, I can help out with that.
I got you. I can make any sort of bomb that you want.
Sweet.
It'll
Are we
take
gonna-
me a little bit though, because I'm still a little bit tired from completing my latest project. But I'll see what I can do.
Can you give it a special code name as well so we know what it is?
Bomb. You know what? Explodey McSplodey face.
Exploded face sounds awesome. It's better than one I was gonna give.
Nathan nods approvingly.
I think Explodey face sounds a lot better than Taliban Sam.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, no one will know what it is.
So you're just gonna kind of blink several times and just look at Nathan and that look of, did that just, the fuck?
The count is looking a bit concerned. Jung is used to it, unfortunately.
Nathan's just kind of sitting there like, "Hmm."
Okay then.
What is that? I don't know if like she was breaking up or if
Oh my bad, I must have faded out. Alistair just said okay then.
I smell cotton candy and funnel cakes. My husband would very much like me to bring him that cotton candy. Could you, Nathan?
Alistair watched the count.
It doesn't look like he's gonna go anywhere.
I mean, he's a count.
That is true. Damn. I'll watch him.
Or being ordered by your knight.
Nathan walks off to get funnel cake and cotton candy.
As Nathan walks away, Alistair's just gonna stick his tongue out at him.
At Nathan or the count?
At Nathan. Not the oh god, not the count. Alistair's not that stupid.
Even though the count is blind?
Doing what?
The count is lame and blind.
Jesus Christ. No, Alice. Look. There are arts. Alistair's not gonna test it. No, he just sticks his tongue out at Nathan.
I can fend for myself. Though I do tend to swing wildly.
I mean, like you said, I was told by the knight over there. Ugh, all this politics and shit.
They're leaving college.
I really hope that's what Nathan said.
I mean, he probably didn't hear it. He's off getting funnel cake and cotton candy.
You know what? The county's gonna say that. It's barely even politics. You're barely getting started.
I didn't even want to barely get started.
Nathan will return with the funnel cake and the cotton candy.
You could have always said no, but now it's too late to back out.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan kind of bribed me and said that I'd get more cool stuff and more materials to build cool stuff if I joined. So I was like, damn, you got me there.
House builder.
So I'll attempt to scry on the buildings that we need to take over.
I think we've pretty much done everything that we want in this scene. Shall we bring it to a close?
Unless you guys want to just turn it into a social.
Social would be fine with me.
I'm good. Thanks.
And we can open up a different window for the social, so we're not like piggybacking on this one. I'll go ahead and close it. Thank you, players playing. Thank you, watcher, for watching. This has been another episode of Hong Kong House of Cards, House of Cups edition. Have a pleasant evening.
Give me Jade.
Again, Dream Surgery.